Judy by the great John Renbourn. This is a classic track. It's the first track on his first album. And it's a lot of fun to play. Although on the album he plays this at approximately 8,000 beats per minute. I still haven't gotten anywhere near the speed he plays it at, and even at the relatively glacial pace that I'm playing it at, it's still pretty difficult. So be prepared to spend some time on this one, unless you're a finger-picking virtuoso. I'm capoed here on the 3rd fret. I'm going to be talking about this song relative to this capo. And we're in A minor. The first section goes like this. So the chords we're playing are A minor, G, D7 with an F sharp in the bass, and E. Now, like pretty much everyone who was playing guitar in the 60s or playing folk music in the 60s, John Renbourn was greatly inspired by a song by David Graham called Angie, which goes. Which is the opening. And what really gives Angie its drive is this descending bass pattern. And Judy is also moving down in the bass. We're going from the A, the open A, to the G, to the F sharp, to the E, open E, and then back to the A. And these notes really need to ring, so you can exaggerate that a little bit when you're practicing the song, just to be sure that you get this driving. Drive through the first part of the song. Now, when it comes to the chords, we're not playing full chords. So with the A minor, I'm actually only fretting on the G string, 2nd fret, playing the bass simultaneously, and then I'm plucking on the 3rd fret of the high E. That's all we're doing. Now this, you can pluck these notes on the high E, or you can pull off. Both sound good, and on the record John does both. It kind of depends on his mood when he gets to this part of the song, so you can vary this up. Now immediately after this, my 3rd finger moves up to the bass on the low E. My 2nd finger moves up 1 string and frets the 2nd fret of the D string, and my pinky lands here on the 3rd fret of the B string, and I just play those 3 notes. So and I fret it this way because immediately after this, my 2nd finger comes up and gets that F sharp on the low E. And I play that in conjunction with the open D string. And as I'm doing this, my 1st finger moves down to the 1st fret on the B string. My 3rd finger lands on 2nd fret of the G string. I fret those 2 notes for my D7. So you could fret this differently if you wanted to. You could play the F sharp with your thumb. It really depends on what feels comfortable to you. Now notice I'm trying to have these treble strings ringing out as long as possible, so I'm not playing it like that, but playing it, having them ring. So after we've played our D7, I'm only fretting two strings from my E chord. I have my first finger here on the 3rd fret of the G string, my second finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, playing the open E, and then we're back, and this repeats. Then we move to an F. Now this F, we cannot play this as a bar chord because we need to be pulling off to the open strings. So we need to fret this differently. I fret it with my 1st and 2nd finger, and then use my pinky for the first pull off to the open E. You could also play this with your thumb, hooking over on the 6th string. It really depends on what you like to do, how much you like using your thumb. So we're playing these 2 fretted notes of the F, and then we're pulling off on the 3rd fret, the open high E, then the 2nd pull off from the 3rd fret to the 1st, and then the fretted 2nd fret of the G string, which brings us back to our A minor, the open E, and the fretted 2nd fret of the D string, and then our finger here on the G string comes off, and our 1st finger comes down to fret the 1st fret. So in concert appearances, John sometimes plays this a little differently. He plays it kind of strums like this. Both sound good, so. I find this is a little easier actually for me to play, so. You can also play it like this. So let me play through this once slowly so you can hear how it sounds. Once more.